Welcome to a special episode of the MC Knitting Adventures podcast. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May.
And in this episode, we're going to talk about online yarn shopping. We're going to talk about places that I've ordered from. We're going to talk about some tips and tricks of how to order yarn online, because it can be a little tricky at times.
And also prices too. I think.
And prices and shipping. And so we're going to touch base with as many things as we can. We need to understand that we live in Ontario, Canada, so our perspective is from the Canadian perspective, talking about shipping, but I have to tell you that anytime I've ordered things from the States, they come well, and it's been just fine as well. All right, so the first place I'm going to tell you I ordered from is from Etsy, and Etsy's a great place. It's good that you know what you're looking for when you go on Etsy, because their search engine can be a little interesting at the best of times. So what I did was I ordered something from CreekGardensCrafts on Etsy. And I'll let May know, I'm just going to put all the websites in the description box below, and I'll put it in our Ravelry page as well. So it will be there. What I wanted to do, and the reason why I ordered from CreekGardensCrafts, is that this is Penny, and she dyes on Pima cotton. So she has an allergy to wool. She dyes on Pima cotton, and cotton's kind of nice for in the summer too. And so I know that Cozy Up Knits often will do a cotton knit along, and so I thought I'm going to be prepared. So that should be happening in the next couple of months if they decide to do it again. And if not, I'm going to be able to make something nice. So they had put out a pattern just in January that involved having a full skein and some mini skeins. There were a few kits, but I obviously changed it up a little bit because it's what I do. Now, the nice thing I'll let you know about Penny is that you can email her and she will have a conversation with you back and forth. I asked her something specific about, do you think these would work? And she said, well, if I do that, then it's going to change this up. So she was really good and helped me in my decision-making process. So let's take a look at what came in the mail. So it's a little crinkly, I apologize. So what I ordered, and I'll let you hold up that, is a mini skein set and one skein. Now this cotton is brilliant. I've knit with it before. Penny does a really good job of color choices, and so I was really happy with this. I think I'm only going to need 5 of those, so I may take one out and use it in something else, but I'm really, really happy with that. Now, the shipping was $21, so it's expensive for this. Okay, so to ship that was $21. You know that going in on Etsy. Sometimes there will have a % off, and so that may help with the shipping, that you think, okay, I'm willing to pay that much in shipping in order to get the product.
What you want.
Exactly.
And where's this, Canada, United States?
This is from Alberta in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the nice thing about it is I had actually purchased some of this cotton before. I've worked with it. I know that the Cozy Up Knits talked about lowering the needle size just a bit because it can be a little loose with cotton.
Right.
I remember I was knitting something, this is before I knew that, and I was knitting something with that, and I wasn't happy with how the edge was going, and I think if I'd known to decrease the size. Okay. Now the pattern that I'm going to knit with this, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. There's a couple of them, actually is designed for the cotton itself, and that's a great pattern to use.
All right, so so if you live closer to Alberta, would it be cheaper? You don't know that.
I don't know that for sure, but I do know that the service is great. I ordered it on the 20th of January, and it arrived on the 31st of January. It was great service. Penny was good to answer questions, and I was really happy with the process.
And you'll say that how to order this will be down below.
Right. So I'm going to put in the website and let you know. There's a little trick with CreekGardensCrafts because the gardens has an S on the end.
Oh,
and so,
okay.
yeah. So I put all that kind of stuff in the description box below.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So that's the first place. Now, Penny's daughter, Shelley, has a yarn store in Airdrie, Alberta, which I've been to, and you did not because you had to work, and I was able to go, and I visited with my brother. And it's a beautiful yarn store. It was just opening up when I went, actually, so it's been a number of years now. And so she dyes on wool, And what she was having was a February sweater weather sale. So there was a discount on the yarn. Shipping was pretty much similar as far as from CreekGardensCrafts. It was $21.51. There was that decrease. Now, it's polka.creekyarn.com. Once again, we'll put all this up for you. And it is from the yarn store. So there's kits, there's needles, there's notions, there's project bags. Sometimes if you order a certain amount more, then you get a deal. I didn't have one of those because I was really just wanting this sweater quantity of yarn.
How's the website for that?
It is brilliant. It's a really good website. It lets you know all the things that you need to have. Oh, she also has lovely project bags, which we know that I like project bags, that's for sure. Now, this was dyed to order. So you placed your order and then she was going to dye the yarn. So I ordered it on the 1st of February and it arrived on the 14th of February. So this one arrived in one of these, so obviously from Alberta, Canada, arrived in one of these boxes. And I'm only letting you know about the box. If you have to ship anything in Canada, these boxes are really helpful. You pay for the box, however much you need to pay. There's different sizes, and then what that does is pays for the shipping as well. They allow you, I think there's 11 pounds you're allowed in that. And I know that when my nephew, when I was sending out the baby gift for his wee one, I was able to put a lot of knitwear in that. Okay, and that's because it kind of rolls up and it fits in nicely. So I just wanted to let you know that that's what it came in. And here it is, and I'm going to hold it. Just one second.
This is actually a really good idea, Colleen. If you are thinking about shipping in Canada, within Canada, if you want to look into one of these boxes, it's like a flat rate,
Exactly.
and whatever you can fit in the box. Like Colleen said, 3 different sizes, I believe. So check out your post office if you live in Canada. It's a great way to ship stuff.
It absolutely is.
And this one actually says on the back that you can have 11 pounds in this particular size.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if they upped the weight with the
that I
bigger.
don't know.
This is probably the smaller one.
I think it's
of
the
all-
smallest
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And it's about, I think, $17. Don't quote me on the
Add
price.
some tax.
And the bigger ones go up to like $22. But check it out at your post office if you live in
Exactly.
Canada. It's a good idea.
So what I liked about this is, first of all, it was dyed to order. I knew the color. And you could order 4, 6, 8, whatever you needed for the size. So this is fingering weight yarn that I ordered. I'm going to let maybe the Vanna in this. Actually, it goes with what we're wearing very nicely.
Wow, you think you planned it that way?
Almost. So I'm really excited. I have no idea what sweater I'm going to do. I thought about maybe a flax light because I was happy how my other flax worked out. But this is beautiful yarn, and I've worked with it before, and I've made short sleeve little sweater with, not this color obviously, but I'm really, really happy with it. So this is called Antique Mauve.
Nice. It's really a nice color.
There you go.
Beautiful
I'm really,
color.
really happy with
I'm
that.
surprised you picked mauve.
Especially
Now-
with what I'm wearing.
I
It's
know,
just,
it
what
looks
a surprise.
great. Now, did you say that you paid for the shipping? That they paid over the top? How did that?
I had to pay for the shipping on
So
top.
whatever this box cost, you paid for that.
Basically, is what
Okay.
I did.
So
Exactly. So
you're
when
looking around 20
Right.
some odd dollars for the shipping.
and the service was great.
And it was quick.
And it was quick, obviously dyed to order, which is kind of nice because then you're going to get skeins that are similar.
Beautiful. It's
I'm really, really
nice.
happy with it.
Love the color.
Yeah.
Really great.
Shelley is Penny's daughter.
Nice.
So that was exciting. So sometimes instead of going to a yarn store, this actually is a store, but sometimes you're going to go to the individual person, or sometimes you go to a yarn store. And as having been in the store and I know the yarn, it's helpful when you're ordering is that. So if you're thinking about ordering yarn online for the first time, if you have an idea what the yarn feels like, it's a good idea. All right, so that's that. Now, my next order, and as May said, it was all for the podcast. That's why all these orders. But
You were having fun shopping.
I was having fun shopping, but the nice thing is a number of these things will be for gifts. So the other thing that I did was I ordered something from Laura Nelkin. So it's NelkinDesigns on Etsy. And there are lots of kits with beads. I say Laura Nelkin, May thinks beads. And there's tools there. There's different colors, different combinations.
And you've ordered a lot from Laura Nelkin.
I have.
And you've never really ever had an issue.
No, I've never had an issue at all. Now, this does come from the US. I ordered it on the 10th of February and it arrived on the 22nd of February.
Very good.
So it had to go through customs and do all those kind of things. It was $19.86 in shipping, and you may think, oh my gosh, that's a lot of shipping. But first of all, coming from the States, and there was a deal to get 20% off. So when you're looking at the deal, it kind of counteracts the shipping at times, and so that's kind of an idea of things to look at. So
now, what about duty on that?
you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, because I ordered 2 things from the States. I didn't have to pay any
2 different
duty.
companies, you mean?
2 different companies. I didn't have to pay duty. Do I understand why? No.
Have you paid duty before? You have, I think.
Yes, in the second place I'm going to talk about that comes from the US, I paid duty from there before, and I don't, you and I were talking about that at dinner the other day. I don't really know why sometimes yes and sometimes no, because it's from the same place. So I know that with Laura Nelkin, I do that Lola's Club, which is every other month. It's a little kit, it's lovely, and I don't pay duty on that either.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Maybe it's a hit and miss. I don't
think
know.
it is. So I will be honest with you. I think that you should be prepared to pay duty just in case.
Right.
Okay? Because you never know. I ordered some t-shirts for Christmas. And oh dear, there was duty.
Oh.
So, I mean, the t-shirts were on sale. It's the same kind of thing. It was like, okay, yep, if I'm ordering something from the States, then that
Right.
happens. All right, so here is what this is.
Now I find America, their shipping within America, like
Yeah.
if you're staying inside America,
Yeah.
your shipping is way better than Canadian. Like
It
your
is.
charges and everything.
You know, like they'll say it's a $5 shipping fee.
Oh, I know, it's unbelievable
Yeah.
compared to our prices here in
Exactly.
Canada.
And when you talk to Canadian yarn dyers and that people have to ship things, they always are trying to figure out a way to do best by the consumer,
Right.
but it's tricky. And
It
we've
is.
mailed some things when we mail out prizes, and it's been a little tricky as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I say to Megan, what do you think it's going to be when I go this time? So it's interesting. All right, so what I ordered it's called the Lemmy, and it's a kit. Now that has a pattern code on it. So this was actually a kit. It came with, what do they call this? Thread or floss. So it came with that because that's going to help. It came with beads. Oh, look at that lovely color.
Purple.
Right, and it came with a full skein. Now, the reason why Lori Nelkin was having a deal on this is because I already had this pattern. Now, there's 2 different sock patterns. One is a full-length sock, and one is like a, what do you call this? A small, like a...
Shorty socks.
Thank you. See, I need her all the time. What's your expression? You have my brain?
Oh yeah, we share a brain, and Colleen has it most of the time.
Exactly. That time, May had it.
Which is not very often.
So anyway, because I ordered this kit, it will do 2 of the cowls. It will do a cowl and one of the shorty socks. Or it can do one of the long pair of socks. Haven't decided what, but I do have the coupon code that's on the back of that. So I will order one of the patterns that I didn't get the last time. And this is it's Madeline Tosh. It's beautiful. And it's a dark purple with a little bit of black. So the beads are going to really brighten it up.
Okay. Now I'm sorry if you've told me before. How much was the shipping on this? Did you tell me this already? I apologize if you have.
Have no problem. It was $19.86, but the kit itself was 20% off. So it does weigh it out. And Laura's very good about sending
Little
candies.
candies.
Exactly, which I'm not going to put in my mouth because they're called ginger chews. I've had them. Oh, these are mango. We might like to have those after. Okay, so she's kind of sweet that she puts those in the package as well.
So far, I'm seeing kind of a theme. It's all around $20 shipping so far.
So far.
But that's not always the case.
Not always the case.
All right, so that's Lauren Elkins.
All right, now the next one.
And you said you put those websites up of where
yes,
you got this?
all
Okay.
in the description box. Okay, the next one. We've already shown these as souvenirs, but I'm just going to talk about the store. It's Wool Time. It's in Ottawa. I've been in the store, and they're really good. Their customer service is good. I had ordered something and it was on me. I ordered something and then they didn't have it. And so we kind of called back and forth to get the right color, which I was really pleased about. Now they have, so this is in Canada, in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. They have free shipping if it's over $100. So sometimes what you do is you throw in a little extra something to get over the $100, and I'll explain what I did. Now, I am in love with this yarn. So this is the order that I placed. So it's the Regia Premium Merino Yak. It is beautiful.
So you had to spend $100. Did you do that?
I managed to do that, yes.
Well, it wouldn't be hard for you to do that.
No, not at all. So anyway, what happened was there was another color in this yarn, and they didn't have it. So this was going to be to do heels. May said after that maybe she didn't even want to have a pair of socks, so we're going to talk about that. I just have to figure out if she can wear this one against her neck because it's a little bit sturdier, is what I'm going to say. Now, this was not quite over the $100, maybe just over. And so sometimes what you do is you throw in some kind of accessory. So these are magnets that go with the Knitter's Pride folder, magnetic folder. And so sometimes by throwing in something that's $7 or $8, you go over the $100. So that's one of the tricks is, you know, put in your cart what you want, check to see if there's any amount that you need to go over to get free shipping, and then see if there's some little something that will get you over there.
That's good. Great.
All right. So that's Wool Time. That was in Ottawa, Ontario. No shipping because I did order over $100.
And they've been great with you.
They have been really, really good. Service is great. Do I know? No, because I did this before I started taking notes. Don't remember when I ordered it. I think it was in a space of 5 days. And it might have been 5 days because we had the day turnaround of they didn't have one color and I had to substitute them. The places that I've talked about before are not quite the warehousey kind of places I'm going to talk about next. So I have 3 more places to talk about yarn, and then we're going to talk about one place that deals with polymer clay. So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
All right. Now, we live in London, Ontario. About an hour and a half away from us is a place called Paris, Ontario. And there is a Mary Maxim shop. There it is. And there are Mary Maxims in the States and there are Mary Maxims in Canada. Now, this is where I ordered from. I ordered online. It was great. Here's another one of those tips and tricks. If you get onto somebody's either Instagram or get on so that you're on their newsletter, when there are deals like the Laura Nelkin one, I'm on her newsletter list. So you get to find out 20% off. Or with Mary Maxim, you'll find out, oh, it's free shipping this weekend. Or, oh, it's $5.99 shipping, which is what I saw.
Now, do you have to sign up? You don't, like you were saying, you can get it from other people, but you yourself could sign up to get those notifications or no?
I'm not understanding the question.
Can you sign up to get notifications?
Yes,
you know how
absolutely.
some companies you sign up and they'll notify you when there's a sale or they'll notify you.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Yep,
Okay.
that's it. Good.
But you were saying on Instagram you get it from somebody else.
You can get it, so let's say I like Laura Nelkin. What a surprise. So she has an Instagram feed, but she also puts out a newsletter. So you'll see those
kinds of things
in both. So if you tend to check your email more, then a newsletter is great. If you tend to kind of scroll through Instagram, then you can see it there.
Yeah. I guess my question was, if you don't have Instagram and you don't do that kind of thing, you can go on Mary Maxim's site and sign up and they will notify you.
Right. And sometimes you just go onto their website and if you check out the website to start with, you'll see sometimes there's this deal and you can go with that. So when I was ordering and it was $5.99 shipping, which was good. I was really happy with that.
Yeah, but is that a flat rate or is that just because of what you bought?
No, it was because I ordered in the days that it had $5.99 shipping.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's free shipping.
Oh, okay.
And I think that happens a little bit more in the States than it does in Canada.
All right.
All right, so let's talk about first of all. Now, this is not going to look like anything.
But the shipping, that's reasonable, isn't it?
I know. So it was this big bag.
Wow, for $5.99?
For $5.99.
Wow.
Exactly. Amazing. And from Canada. So shipping's great. So this is a kit. And
only when you get it on the deal, though. Like if you didn't get it on the $5.99 shipping, it would have been
It would be more expensive.
Right.
That's right. I thought you were talking about the kit.
Oh.
No problem. All right. So what I did was I ordered 2 of these kits. So this is in the blues and this is in the grays. The nice thing is there was $10 off each of the kits. So it was a sale anyway, $5.99 shipping. That's a good deal. The reason why the black and gray one doesn't have all the pattern and stuff is
You just started to knit.
I started to knit it. Now, what I really do like about Mary Maxim is you can get them to ship the catalog to you. And that just comes in the mail. And there's all kinds of colors and those kind of things. I also ordered some of this cotton sock because my son lives
really
in Hong Kong.
nice.
It really is nice and it feels really nice. And once again, I ordered 3 of those balls of yarn, but one is upstairs being made into a pair of socks. So that's what I ordered. I was really impressed. The $5.99, I ordered it on the 5th of February and it was here on the 11th of February.
Wow.
So it was
great.
quick. Now, they are really good at getting things to you, and the shipping comes quickly and the ordering's easy. And it's kind of nice. We've been in the store, so it helps us to understand. But even in the catalog, I think sometimes the colors in a catalog are easy to see.
Right.
So if you are able to, this is another one of those tips, if you're able to go on 2 or 3 different websites that sell the same yarn, go on to the same color and just check the difference, because depends on what photographer has taken pictures, depends on the website itself, depends on your computer. You'll just get a better sense. I've done that a few times and been more happy with what came in the mail.
Right.
Yeah,
Nice.
really. So anyway,
Well,
Mary
good.
Maxim is great. I keep saying to May she needs to take me to Paris because I really would like to go to Paris because it's nice. It's a day out for us.
Yeah,
So
it's good.
if the weather
It
gets
is a nice
better,
place to visit too.
absolutely. So that was that one. Now, the next place that I ordered from is in Canada, and it is called yarncanada.ca. It ships from Calgary, Alberta. I ordered this on the 8th of February. It arrived on the 15th. Didn't take much time at all. If you order over $85, you get free shipping. It is not difficult to get over $85 when you buy yarn. Or they do have a flat rate of $8. Now, Yarn Canada is great. They are starting to get more high-end yarns. They started with, your basic workhorse kind of yarns, like a lot of Cascade and maybe some Estelle, but they're starting to get Malagrino and Manostil Uruguay and all kinds of names. So it is becoming, I would say better, but the amount of things that you have to choose from, there's more there. And they have knitting needles and they have notions and they have all kinds of things. It's like going to a yarn store and then some, because it's big. So this stuff arrived in a box like this, and there was free shipping. And so let's take a look at what happened here.
Only because you spent $80.
Over $85. Let's just say over $85.
So does that really count for being free?
You know what it does? Because a number of these things are for gifts. So the first thing I did was I bought 2 things of Cascade Heritage Wave because I'm planning on making some cowls for the mums. And I'm going to make them kind of lacy and airy, and so that will be really nice. So I did that. I ordered this big humongous skein of Rasta. I've never used it, but K.F. Jones of the Bakery Bears has designed a hat, and she used that, and she said it's the warmest hat that she has.
Nice.
So
feels good. Feels like it would be
really
warm.
nice.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a lovely pom-pom on that.
Oh, purple. I like this color. I love this color.
I did too. And what is the name?
Heritage?
Yeah, it's Cascade Heritage. I'm wondering if it says what the, I can't remember the color name. Dried Flowers or no, I can't remember the name.
Oh, okay.
But it's beautiful. I'll tell you the color number is 5743.
Nice.
And it's really, really nice. I love it. It's kind of a heathery kind of thing. It's really pretty.
75% superwash merino and 25% nylon.
Right. And then I just picked up one of these because you can always use that to put into shawls, to put into things, and it may go in with something with the mums.
Very nice. Those are great. Those will be great together. Look at that contrast. That's gorgeous.
See,
Like
she's
you
my color
planned it
lady.
that way.
I know. And as I said, I can go on to different stores and check. So the Yarn Canada and the other place I'm just going to talk about, you can go onto those 2 websites and then you can compare the colors and see what you think as far as that goes. All right, so the next one that I'm going to talk about is, it's called America's Yarn Store, and the website is yarn.com. It is webs. It is huge. I would love to take me. It's in Massachusetts is where it comes from. The shipping on this was $10.85, which is not that bad. In this case, I didn't have to pay duty. Do not know why. And as I said, I don't know why.
So coming from America at $10,
Right.
that wasn't too bad.
Not at all. I ordered it on the 5th of February. It came on the 22nd of February. Part of this was I was trying to figure out what to make for May, and I thought, well, maybe she'd like this better, and so I ordered something else. So here's what I ordered. I'm just going to have you hold
Well, this is really nice too.
These are the colors that I couldn't get in Canada. I had looked everywhere. So I've got two that are the heathery browns and two that are the heathery gray. So those will make nice socks. They can make nice cowls. This stuff
It might be
blocks
nice
beautifully.
to keep one of these for an contrast color for something that you could buy here.
Absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So I was really happy because I could actually find those. Initially, when I had looked on yarn.com, they didn't have any. It was all out of stock. So I
Right.
think it was kind of happening all over. And I had looked everywhere that I could think of to order in Canada.
Nice.
Exactly. So I'm happy with that. Now, the other thing I ordered was a couple of pairs of knitting needles, and partly because I was working with some of these knitting needles. So these are Knitter's Pride, and they are the Mindful collection. So I ordered one that's a sock needle, never used their sock needles before, and then one, I had a size 4mm needle, I needed one with a longer cord. So and I was really enjoying working with those. So that came, and it was a great deal. You just have to know, sometimes they will have deals, sometimes your yarn, and in this case it happens, they, depending on how much you spend, then they give you a certain discount. So sometimes it's 15, 20%, 25%. I didn't go up that high because it was going to be a lot of
Right.
money. You have to remember US dollars, Canadian dollars.
Well, that's true. You have to account for that.
You have
too.
to
Yeah, I
account
never
for
thought
that
of
as well. Exactly. Now, the nice thing about ordering things on Etsy, Laura Nelkin, for instance, it has that calculation already done for you.
Right.
So you know when you're ordering what the Canadian amount
Right,
is.
it's good something to watch for.
Exactly. So that's that. Now, are you ready, May?
I'm ready.
Now, May started working with polymer clay. I've done a little bit as well. It's lots of fun. We had gone to Michael's, great
Which is a craft store
which is
here
a craft
in
store
London.
in
And
London.
they're kind of all over.
All over the
almost,
place,
yes.
exactly. They have it, but for some reason,
There's a shortage.
There's a shortage of
polymer
it.
clay. I think everybody's at home doing crafts and you can't get clay.
Exactly. So I went on to try and find some, and some websites were more expensive than others, and once again, you have to figure out what you want to do.
I think even we went on to Amazon too, and I found it a little pricey on Amazon.
Well, and you couldn't find what you wanted. It had all different kinds of clays, but not the specific kind we
Right.
were working for. So we were looking for Sculpey Primo.
Yes, we didn't want the Sculpey is it 3.
Yeah.
Sculpey 3, which is soft and that. So, but they had lots of that at Michael's.
Right?
But we couldn't get that anywhere. So
Right, so we were looking for the Primo. So I found polymerclaycanada.com, and they have lots of polymer.
Canada's.com. It's not .ca.
No, it's polymerclaycanada.com.
Okay.
All the websites will be listed below, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, they have, if you have between $25 and $249, it's $11.50 for shipping.
That's not too bad.
But that's a flat rate, so you know exactly what's going to happen. If it's over $250,
Which is a lot of clay.
then shipping is free.
Oh,
But
okay.
I knew, first of all, we weren't getting the colors that we were able to get because they were
Right.
still having some trouble with that. And so as a result, now this came from Gananoque, Ontario, which is near Kingston.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in Canada, and
Do we actually have a store, do you know, or no?
not that I know of,
Okay.
but I will double check that and I'll list it.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So it says it's free, if it's over $250, it's free shipping up to the amount of $20 in postage. So clay can be a little heavy, so that might change that a little bit, but I just want to be specific. Now this is amazing. I ordered this on the 23rd of February. and it arrived on the 25th of February.
2 days it took.
2 days.
Oh,
That was it.
that's amazing.
Exactly. So I'm going to let May describe.
Okay,
what
first of
we
all,
got.
we'll start with the clay, which is Sculpey Primo. These various different colors are great. That'll be handy to have.
Exactly.
And black you can always use because black you use. And I think I have lots of white, so we didn't order white.
Okay, well, we tried to
Because it's a
order
good
white.
one.
May not
Oh,
though. We
I didn't
tried to
know
order
that.
white. I tried to order plain white. I tried to order white with a little bit of glitter in it. I tried to order translucent white. White was nowhere to be found at that store right now.
Really?
Yeah.
So that must be one of the tough ones to get. Because
I think
we
so.
have a lot of white because white's always good to add in and that type
Exactly,
of thing.
to change the colors up.
Yeah, so that's great. So that's what you need.
Exactly.
And then you bought these little tools, which I see are handy. You always
Exactly.
need tools when you're sculpting.
Exactly. So I did get 2 sets of those, one for me and one for myself.
And I have one of these rollers, but you got an extra little roller, which are really handy.
I did. I got one in the kit, which I was
Right.
okay, happy with, but the one that you had, I was much more happy with.
Yeah. Now some people roll and some people use the pasta machine. You can actually have both.
Okay.
Too. But
All right.
that's
Perfect.
great. These I recommend. Now we haven't got these out of the package, so
No.
I'm not sure about how they are to use.
Right.
But you do need some kind of a knife. Colleen had bought one at Michael's that's very flexible,
Yeah, it
which
was
really
really-
wasn't working.
No,
well
it's
at
hard
all.
to get the clay off the glass thing
Right.
that I was working
So
with.
we're hoping these aren't quite as flexible. They feel
No.
a little bit firmer.
My understanding, just from reading about it, is one is fairly rigid and one is fairly flexible, and then there's the one that's got the
Right, ridges.
ridges. That's
Yeah,
it, the ridges.
rigid.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be great to see how those
Exactly.
work. And also, you have you bought a liquid Sculpey. This is kind of like clear.
Right.
And what you would do with the liquid Sculpey is if you want to make like mashed potatoes or
Oh,
a
okay.
peanut butter or a gravy, you take the color and you mix in this clear liquid, and it makes it that consistency.
See what I don't know? This lady's busy downstairs, and I have no idea what she's talking
But
about.
yeah,
That's
so
good.
that's a really handy thing to have.
See, here I was thinking we were getting this to put in the mold to make jewelry.
No,
Okay.
no, that wasn't what that was.
It would
all
work
about.
for that, but it's
It
not
would.
that-
It would work in that too, but it's clear, so I'm not sure how. Well, I guess you can have clear jewelry too.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's translucent. Yeah.
Okay.
The cool thing I like, the best out of all of this, is that they sent this little thank you card, and they sent this little heart. That's made of polymer clay, and they put a little magnet on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
And on the back of the card, they had a paper clip. How cool is that? So you just do that.
Very good.
How neat is that? Now that's inspired me to get some magnets. So I'm going to make some.
That's a brilliant
I'm
idea.
going to make some little pins.
That's great. And then it's
know?
not going to mess up your collar, lapel,
Yeah,
shirt,
no
whatever.
pin marks or anything like that. So I really
Exactly.
like that idea. So
That's
I might steal
fantastic.
that idea from them.
All right.
Anyway, it was a great find.
it was a
good.
great find. I would order from them again. I'll just keep an eye on when they have some other colors in there. All right. Now I do want to talk about a few other places that I've ordered from, and I don't have things to show you. I have notes. This is the teacher in me has notes. So I'm going to talk about the stores just briefly, what's available at them, whether it's just a website. So first of all, if you know the Grocery Girls, Tracy and Jody, they have a website that's grocerygirlsknit.com. The stuff comes from Edmonton, Alberta. They have free shipping over $150. And I've used their thing because they had a time when it was 20% off. And so it worked really well. They have yarns and pom-poms and books and candles and notions and wool sew. It's really good. The service is great. And shipping is reasonable. For shipping in Canada, it's reasonable. Now, there's another yarn store that's in Ontario, and it's called Galt House of Yarn. It's in Cambridge. They have free shipping for Canadian orders over $169. So when you're going on to a store's website, always check, do they have free shipping? You can always call them and ask them, but you can see and that is an actual store. So they have yarn and needles and notions and
And we've
books
been to
and
that
those kinds
store, and it's a great little store.
It
They
is a
have lots
cute
of
little
variety of
store.
things
That's
there.
right.
And you've ordered from there also, I know. you have,
Exactly,
yeah.
I have. And so you can do curbside pickup if you want. We did another day out and we did that, which worked really well. Was it last year? It wouldn't have been last year. We went a couple years ago, we went to Kingston and the areas around, and we went to Peterborough, Ontario, and we went to the store called needlesinthehay. It's a cute little store. The owner is wonderful to speak with. They have free shipping on orders over $200. They do have free local delivery and a $12 flat shipping rate. I'm not sure about the whether that's for everything or whether just local. That would be a thing to check in. When you email them, they get back to you. They want your business. I mean, COVID's had a hit on everybody.
So when you're talking about shipping and you're saying, is that just within Canada? So say somebody in the United States wants to get something from that store. Is it different?
It might be different because in this case, in Needlesinthehay, it said in Canada. I think what you would need to do if you are in the States, then you might want to contact them and say, what would shipping be for those kind of things? It really depends on the owners. I know that a number of these amounts have gone up.
Right.
And it makes sense. Shipping's gone up.
Right.
It's made it a little bit more difficult. Another place I've ordered from is the Little Red Mitten. It is a half an hour down the road, but when it was locked down and you couldn't go in,
also winter, the roads aren't always the best to get there.
Exactly.
So it's perfect for them. And they've been great with you too.
They really have been good. They do free shipping on orders over $200. That was one of the first places I tried to support because it was the yarn store that I went on a Wednesday to have like a little knit and stitch with the ladies, and it was lots of fun, and I really like the store. But the store is open again, so that's good news. There's another one that's in London, Ontario, and that is called NitStitch. So we are going to go and take a look at the store. I went just to check it out. NitStitch was in London. It moved to Stratford, and it's back in London again. And Suzanne is the owner, and she is absolutely lovely.
So you'll be having to watch for that.
Exactly. So I'm going to be emailing her in the next couple of days and see when we can pop in and
maybe one of our adventures will be there.
That would be great.
That would be great.
That would be good. Now, is there anything else? No, that's a lot. Oh my goodness.
Well, you have been shopping and having fun, but you have learned a lot of information.
I have.
A lot of information that we can share with everybody.
Exactly.
Which is great. Because sometimes, I don't know about you, I find ordering online a little stressful, and you don't know if your stuff's going. Is it through PayPal you're paying these people, or? It
really depends. A lot of times I will use PayPal because I just feel a little bit more secure in using PayPal. But some places they don't have PayPal, and so you just have to use a credit card.
And you feel okay with that?
I have a certain credit card. This is another tip if it helps, that I only use for online stuff. And the reason why I do that,
to keep a low
balance on it.
Low balance.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a low credit limit. There's a low limit that I have on that. But the reason why I do that, I don't use it I don't use it to buy groceries. I don't use it, for all those other things. But I use it just for that, so that if there is a problem, I cancel that card and I don't have to go back and change everything. I don't have to go to Costco and get a new card. I don't have to go to, to Loblaws and get a new card. So it's a specific card that I have that I just use for online stuff.
Okay, and I'm brand new to this too. Say I wanted to go to PayPal. Is it confusing? I don't have a
No, it's not.
So if you did want to sign up for a PayPal account, is your PayPal account linked to that specific card?
It is linked to a credit card. It's not that credit card. And that's a whole other issue, but it has to do with
your credit.
Well, it has to do with your credit, but I used it with an American Express card because I was going to be dealing with things in the States and things in Canada.
Okay.
So that's what I chose to. The same idea was to just have that card for PayPal. Once again, I could just cancel that card. I don't use it for anything else.
Well, that's good tips.
Exactly.
Those are great. Yeah.
So hopefully these tips have helped you. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you like what you see. As I said, if you're looking for a certain yarn, a certain color, always take a look at different websites just to see the difference, because it will help you do that. And if you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe. If there's a store that you've been to that you like, or if there is a website that you like, comment down below and then we'll take a look at it. I will be sure to include all of the stores and websites that I've mentioned, both below on our YouTube description and on Ravelry.
Perfect.
So until next time,
you take care.